Detroit Lions. Oh, baby, that is big time stuff. Touchdown, touchdown, Detroit Lions. Oh, baby, 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 baby,
baby. Yes. Welcome in. I am back, so welcome back. We are here on a Tuesday, and I am feeling great. It is, about to be summertime here soon. And, I was sick last week. Baseball season ended for me. I was a coach. It's usually how it goes. End of the season, I get sick for some reason. It's always afterwards, which is good. But the dang kids. No, I'm just kidding. But what's up? Who's your Gotti? How you doing? Yeah, it's good to be back. Some things have happened since I've been away for a week, but it seems like I've been gone for a lot longer. But, we're here. What's up, Mary Peterson? That's my grandmother. How you doing? Sorry, my voice a little hoarse. Let me get that taken care of. But yeah, I was sick last week, so that's why I was gone. Yeah, spring always brings that out. Sinus stuff, same here. I'm kind of even feeling it today. I'm not feeling sick, but just my allergies are going crazy. So if you hear, a little hoarseness, little sniffles, it's just my allergies now. But last week it definitely wasn't. I was feeling pretty bad. Otherwise, I would have been on here regardless. But yeah, we have some news. We have a little bit of news. So let's get right into it. And of course, as always, if you got questions for me, go ahead and let them go in the comments. I will try to let them or answer them by the time the episode's over. If you don't have any, that's fine too. I'm going to let us know about some news, and we're going to get into some stuff today. But yeah, so Lions have signed XFL kicker John Parker Romo. And, I've never seen him kick, as I didn't watch the XFL at all. And as a matter of fact, I guess the championship was just a few days ago, and I didn't know that. So, I don't know if that's on me or on marketing or what, but I didn't follow it enough this year to know anything about John Parker Romo. But one thing that I do know that people have been saying, this is not a fact, but it's rumored that he has the capability to maybe be the best Romo to ever play in the NFL. And I'm just kidding. I was taking a shot at Tony Romo. But yeah, we signed John Parker Romo, XFL kicker, who had a pretty good season, apparently. And, we already signed Badgley, but it just creates more competition there in the kicking room, which I like. Badgley was good for us last year, pretty consistent, but I think we can still upgrade there. I don't think he has, the strongest leg. It's a lot stronger than mine. But I just think, there were some kicks that he could have made last year or should have made that, a good team or a good kicker would make in the NFL. No disrespect to Badgley. I like him. He was consistent enough for us last year, but to add competition to maybe make him better, or if the Romo guy is better, I don't think it's a bad idea. All right, let's see here. Braylon Dennis, he said, how many Lions games are you going to? I'm hoping to go to one at least. It's a lot harder, Got a very busy schedule, and it's just it's not always the easiest. Don't got season tickets, nothing like that. Who's you got? He says hoping to go to at least 2 himself. How about you, Braylon? How many you going to? I want to know how many you're going to. I'll be watching every single one. I'm gonna be a sucker. I'm gonna buy all the networks so I can watch every single game possible. I have to, but yeah, I'm a diehard. That's just how it goes. I'm going to as many as I can, Brandon. That's what I'm talking about. I like that. I love that. Wish I could go to as many as I could, but just not possible right now. But hopefully sooner than later. All right, but Lions rookie camp, mini camp. just happened. I don't know if you guys saw some of the highlights that they had. They were just very snippet highlights. I wasn't there for any of it, but saw a nice little interception from Jack Campbell off of his coach. They weren't really going crazy at the rookie camp, but I did hear a lot of good things about Sam Laporta. Colton Pouncey of The Athletic, he actually had something very nice to say about Sam Laporta. He said that Sam Laporta was the best player on the field at Lions rookie minicamp, and it wasn't particularly close. Very impressive day. That's huge. That is huge because we took him earlier than some people thought we should have. I thought he was always going to be a great tight end. I didn't know where he was going to fall. Some people thought that he dropped later than he should have. So, there's different opinions there. But one opinion that I do have, and along with Colton Pouncey, he also said that, he's very impressed with his versatility and his elusiveness, which a lot of people might not know that he had. But if you watched Iowa football, which I did, you already knew a lot of these things. And I think, it's coming as no surprise that he impressed at rookie minicamp. He is going to work his tail off. He's a Dan Campbell style of tight end, Dan Campbell style of player. I think he's going to work out great for this team, and I truly believe that he's going to work out better in the NFL and for us than TJ Hawkinson did, and that's no disrespect to Hawk. I loved Hawk. But Hawk might have had a better college career, but Hawkinson also had a little bit better of a quarterback there at Iowa. Petrus at Iowa he's not very good at all, and I don't know why the Hawkeyes kept him in there for so long. If you watch the Hawkeyes play, their offense was atrocious, and that's why a lot of people have questions about Laporta. But Laporta kept the offense in the game most of the time. He was the go-to guy. He would come up with some insane catches on third down. I mean, just stuff that he'd have to stretch out for all the way, and he'd get it. Some diving catches. He would extend plays to where everybody thought he was going to go down. He would keep going. He'd break tackles. And I think, if he would have played in a better offense in college, he might have been ranked the number one tight end coming out and maybe would have gone sooner. No disrespect to Hawk, but I think that when he comes into the NFL in a better offense, which Detroit is supposed to be a much better offense. I mean, we were explosive last year, and we've upgraded, I think. Maybe, we got to wait on J-Mo coming back, but we'll see what happens. But Laporta should shine in this offense right away because he's not going to have to be the main guy. He's not going to have to be the one that we rely on every third down to throw to. He could definitely be a security blanket for Goff, but he's not going to have to be, and like he was at Iowa. And it's just going to be, once he's not going to have a few guys looking at him like he used to, which is crazy because at Iowa he was really, the top weapon, so they would do that. It's just going to help him out tremendously, and I think we're all going to see that he was worth the pick there, the first pick in the second round for us, and early on in the second round. But yeah, he's also a good kid. He kind of I don't know. I'm not going to go into it, but I'm really happy that we got him, and I don't think that he's just going to be a weapon for us in the future. I think he's going to make an immediate impact right off the bat. So I am happy to see that he's doing well already, making an impact just at rookie minicamp and impressing because we did take him earlier than some people thought. I thought it was a good pick. Hopefully it proves to keep being true as we move on. All right, here we go. I'm going to look into the comments here. Go Lions. This is John Peterson. Go Lions. Believe some very good free agents. Yeah, all right. We're going to get into that here in a second as well. Lions are in a good place right now, says Braylon. Dustin Deast. I'm moving to Vegas. Lions go to the Super Bowl. That's what I'm talking about. Hatter's House. What's up? What up, though? Yeah, good to see you in the comments. Good to see you back here. But yeah, we've utilized our tight ends. This is Fearless. You saw it with Hawkinson. We traded him. I don't know if this will work out. I think it's gonna work out. I think just he's an all around great tight end, and he's a workhorse. I'm not saying that Hawkinson wasn't. I think that he was as well. This is Dan Campbell's pick though, right here. I think it's gonna work out great for us. He's an athlete. He may not look like it when you look at his picture. Kind of looks, he looks a little goofy. I don't know. He looks like he's a funny guy. That's all I mean. Not goofy, but the guy's gonna be great, is what I think. But some other news that happened in rookie mini camp that is kind of concerning is Jahmyr Gibbs tweaked his ankle a little bit, and now Jahmyr Gibbs says it's nothing to worry about. They were just being cautious. He said he's ready to go today if we need him. But, we just traded a guy who is very injury prone, DeAndre Swift, for Jahmyr Gibbs. We traded him after we drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, and for Jahmyr Gibbs to essentially fill that role right there. So hopefully it is just them being cautious and that it was nothing major. I mean, I don't think that it's anything major. But my goodness, the last thing the Lions want, the Lions fans or the Lions want, is another injury-prone running back. That style of running back, especially. Excuse me. But, I do hope and I do believe that it was just a tweak. They're being cautious. No need to have him out there and keep working on a little tweaked ankle when it's just rookie minicamp and they have big plans for him, because we're going to need Jahmyr Gibbs out there this season. But one guy that I do want to talk about, and this was an undrafted free agent that John Peterson brought up earlier in last week, but Mohamed Ibrahim out of Minnesota, the running back. I think he's going to make a difference on this team. I think he's going to make the 53-man roster, and I think that he's going to make a difference this season. If you go and you watch his tape, this guy is an absolute beast. I mean, he set college records. I can't believe he didn't get drafted and that we got him as an undrafted free agent. I don't think he's got even close to the athleticism that Jahmyr Gibbs has. He can't play the slot like Gibbs does. But this guy has the grit. He's going to pound that ball into the end zone for you. He has a nose for the end zone. He reminds me a little bit of Jamal Williams, the way that he did that. But I think that he's even got a little bit better vision. I don't know. He hasn't played a snap in the NFL, so we don't know yet. But from his college tape, he kind of reminds me that way, but a little bit better. But the guy, I mean, watch his tape. He drags guys from, it was like the 6, maybe even the 10, all the way into the end zone. And there's like 4 or 5 guys on him. And he takes them all the way there. I think that he's going to make this team. I think that he's going to make an impact. If Gibbs is hurt, he's definitely going to be in there. I know that we have some other guys that we've kept on the roster that, I don't think they're going to be there this year. I think it's going to be Montgomery, Gibbs, and Ibrahim, or Ibrahim, however you say his name. I don't know. He's a beast. The guy is just a wrecking ball. I'm telling you, go watch his tape if you don't know about him. Undrafted free agent, Mohamed Ibrahim. The guy he's going to be good. I think he's going to do some things for us this year. That's all I got to say. Another guy that we got, and we just signed this just a day ago, that impressed this weekend, who wasn't signed initially. He just came for a tryout at the mini camp. But I'm talking about wide receiver out of EMU, Dylan Drummond. Now, I don't know much about this guy, but a lot of the writers, I saw them raving about him, saying that he had a great day on Saturday. And yeah, it looks like it, because the Lions decided to sign him and pick him up. So it's probably going to be a good pickup. I don't think that it's bad to pick up any wide receiver right now, especially with the JMO suspension. Put some more competition in there. I also like our 7th round pick. Who is that? Out of North Carolina, Antoine Green. If you watch his tape, the guy has some really good tape out of North Carolina. And I think that he's another guy who kind of slipped in the draft that could eventually end up being a diamond in the rough for us. I think he's definitely going to make the roster, especially to start off with the 6-game suspension of Jameson Williams. But, we'll see where it goes from there. A ton of all these receivers who are on the brink right now really have a shot of making it because of Jameson's mistake. But when he comes back, who knows what will happen. No matter what, these guys impressed. And I like what we're doing. Just add more competition. And like I said, any of these guys could really earn their spot on the roster right now with the way things are going at that wide receiver. I don't think that the wide receiver room is weak. I think that we're good with Amon-Ra St. Brown. I do like Josh Reynolds when he's on. Marvin Jones, of course, loved the guy when he was in Detroit. Hopefully he can produce for us again this year. We're going to have Laporta out there at tight end. Jahmyr Gibbs should help there as well. We'll see what we do. But, maybe we should have addressed wide receiver more in free agency. That's up for debate. I did have, a little talk about that with my friend. They were telling me we should have went out, broke the bank to get Shark back. And I was like, his ankle's hurt. And he's like, well, you should have got somebody because Jamo's out now. And now it's all on Amon-Ra. I don't believe so. Hopefully not. But, we'll see how this plays out. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that we should have went and got a wide receiver in free agency with the whole suspension, or maybe we should have drafted wide receiver earlier in the draft? Me personally, I think we're sitting good. I think we have enough weapons that we're going to be okay, especially when week 6 rolls around, we get Jamo back. I think we're going to be fine, but I want to know what you guys want to think. Hatter's House, he says Reynolds is being slept on. I agree. I think he's a monster when he's on. Maybe he wasn't getting a lot of the targets that he normally would have last year because we had Shark and Amon-Ra and all those guys, But he did come through in a lot of key moments. He shined when he did. But I just didn't seem like he was there as much last year as he was even the second half when he came the year before. But we'll see. I think that him and Goff, just like you said right there, they have great chemistry, so I think it's going to be fine. And he's going to step up in a big way. All right, here we go. I'm looking in. Hatter's House, West Coast chilling, Lions Den living. Love it. All right, Mark, here we go. Super Bowl or bust from Mark. 17-0 from Hatter's House. Let's go. I can't say it on this, otherwise I would. I get crazy during the games. I'm not always clean. I'm just letting you know that. But on here, gotta be, don't know if the kids are watching. Who's watching? I don't have kids. But any kids. All right. We haven't addressed our defense in the run game at all. We still get killed there. We're talking about, the run game on defense, fearless. I think that Jack Campbell will make a difference in there. I think that they have a big plans for him. Another rookie right now that we got that they say he's impressing at camp, who's got potential. We haven't seen him with the pads on. We haven't seen him hit or get in the game or anything. But a guy who I thought maybe we reached for, Broderick Martin. But I think that he might be one of those diamonds in the rough that Brad Holmes sees something that nobody else does. They say he's quick. He's moving well. He's got speed for a big man, and he's huge. So if he can come through and help this year, maybe not right off the bat, but make an improvement and get in the game, start halfway through, even earlier would be great. But I think that we might have something there. He even, like I said, I thought we reached for him. He even thought that he was going to have a third-day draft party, but we went up and got him in the second. So hopefully it pans out. But like I also said, Jack Campbell, the guy's got a nose for the football. I think he's going to be a lot better than what people think. You can't forget about Branch either. I know that he's a D-back, but he comes up and lays the wood, man. That guy, he can hit. And I don't know if you saw, but he's kind of got the same thing as Amon-Ra St. Brown going on. Chip on his shoulder. He thought he should have been drafted sooner. So he's going to come out and ball out and try to prove to everybody that he should have been a first-round pick. And I love it. I think that we did, address things on defense. Maybe not so much the run like like you like, but I think these rookies are expected to do a lot more than what maybe some other teams will want out of their rookies. And I think that at least our first 4 picks are going to come through and be day one starters and make an impact on this team this year. That's just how I feel. Just my opinion. But yeah, that's I see where you're coming from, though. At the same time, we didn't go interior D-line and free agency. Now, there is a question that I'll get into later that I saw going around Twitter. And we'll get into it soon, but not right now. I'm going to address the rest of the chat, and then we'll get there. All right, can't wait for Gibbs to take the field is what Braylon says. Yeah, I just hope he stays healthy, and I think that he will. I think it was just, we're being cautious, and because I think that he wanted to be back out there the next day, and they were just like, no, take it easy. Take it easy. Campbell and Branch are going to be dogs. I agree. That's what I was just saying, Braylon. Fearless, here we go. You got another question? I got you, brother. What do you think of a possible trade? There we go. That's what I was going to get into. Okay, Quinnen Williams. Yes, so I don't know if we're actually done making moves, and I wouldn't mind it. I would be very happy to bring him to Detroit, and because I don't know if anybody has seen, or for those who don't know, he's not happy with the Jets right now, and he put D tackle or NFL D tackle for ... It's not the New York Jets anymore, and because they just paid Aaron Rodgers all this money, they're bringing in all of Aaron Rodgers' guys, which leaves Williams sitting here like, well, what about me? I'm looking for a big time extension. All this, he's not happy. He's not happy. I think that he is going to be expensive, but at the same time, I think that we're going to have a lot of money next year is what it's looking like, a lot of cap space. So if we can make it happen, or even for a 1-year type thing or a 2-year deal, I'm all about it. I know that we're going to have to give up a lot. So, maybe I'm not at the same time. I'm going to have to see what exactly it is. But I wouldn't trade away, a first-round pick or anything like that. But maybe throw in that 2025 pick that we got for DeAndre Swift. That's not going to go for it. He's going to want a lot of money, and I don't see us paying him that much. But it would be awesome to see him on the Detroit Lions. Realistically, the more that I think about it right now, as I'm talking about it, it's probably not going to happen. But if it does happen, I'm definitely not going to be mad about it at all. I'll leave it there. All right. Let's get into some other things here. It's the off season. We just went through rookie minicamp. One guy who didn't really do anything in the minicamp, but they say are making an impact as a leader already, and they say he's very mature, is a 3rd-round pick, Hendon Hooker, the quarterback out of Tennessee. Now, Dan Campbell already said he's going to redshirt this year. He's not. They don't redshirt in the NFL, but essentially he's just going to sit there and learn. He's coming off of a bad injury, but I truly believe, I'm starting to believe, that the plan is that Hooker's going to take the job here in a few years. Or at least they're going to want Goff to prove that he's the man. Now, I know that Brad Holmes and Goff and his agent have had talks about an extension already, and I like Goff, don't get me wrong. But Goff's going to want some more money, a lot of money, especially if he performs well. I think even if we do give him a small extension, Brad Holmes is not scared to pull the trigger, put in the younger guy, especially if the circumstances call for it. And I do believe they are trying to get Hooker ready to be the starter for this team in a few years. He was an outstanding player in college. I think if he can learn under Goff and, just learn the ways of the NFL, I think that he can be a great NFL quarterback. I was thinking Goff's our guy, especially after the extension talks. But I'm starting, for some reason, I have this gut feeling in me that Hooker's going to be our quarterback here in a few years. I'm just saying this. I'm stating this, and I'm putting it out there early. I have no proof of this. I'm just calling it. So when you see him start in a few years, you can come back here to this day, and you can say that guy was right on one thing, on one thing in his life about the Detroit Lions. But I don't know. For some reason, I see us moving in that direction. I think that he's going to put a lot of pressure on Goff. I think that he definitely is going to want to play, and I think that he's got great ability. His ceiling is way up there, and if he can play like he did in college in the pros, it's going to be tough to not start him over Goff or to just hand the ranks over. Say, thank you for your time, Goff. Let him go be somewhere else. But for the time being, I'm very happy that Jared Goff is our quarterback. I just think in a few years, Hendon Hooker is going to be our guy. So be ready for that. And if that is the case and he turns out to be a great quarterback in the NFL, then we got an absolute steal in the draft this year in the 3rd round, which people already think that we did. They already think that he was one of the better quarterbacks in this draft. He just dropped because of his injury, and we got lucky. So, that's just where I stand on that. Wanted to bring that up today before we get into anything else. But I see a few comments in here about this. Fearless, my only problem with Hooker is he will be 26 by the time of next season. A bit on the older side. You are right. That is his issue, is that he's older, and he's not even that much younger than Jared Goff right now. So that is an issue. But if he can still shine, if he can play, because he hasn't had a lot of reps still as an NFL quarterback, hasn't been hit like that. I mean, he does have a bad injury. Maybe with the quarterback now in the NFL, they can go a little bit longer. Maybe not his style, but I do think that he's not quite, he's not like Lamar Jackson. He does have, he can use his legs. He's got speed. He can juke you, but he also has a very strong arm and an accurate arm to where he can sit in the pocket. He doesn't need to use his legs all the time. It's just an extra weapon. So I think that, quarterbacks in the league nowadays have more longevity if they aren't hit like Tua, last year. And, I think that it could still work out. But like you said, that is a concern, especially because Jared Goff is still only a few years older than him. All right, D-Town Heat, here we go. Hearing JC was burnt a few times in rookie minicamp. Any concerns? Not yet. He's a rookie. I think they'll get it. They'll get it corrected. He is, he's got a lot to learn, but I think that he's still gonna be ready to go day one. I don't know if we saw last year Hutch out there in his first day against Penei Sewell or whoever he was going up against. He kind of got him a one time, but he was kind of getting dominated right off the bat. It takes some reps coming up here. I think he's going to be fine by the time first game comes around. He's going to get burnt in the league a few times this year. It's going to happen. He's a rookie. So, be ready for that. But I think he's going to make more of a positive impact than a negative impact. And I think he's going to be fine. The guy's got a wingspan crazy out of this world. He's tall. That's going to help him out a lot. He has longer strides. I know that's not going to help with everybody. Like I said, he'll get burnt, but he'll learn from it. He's that kind of player to where it's going to, keep him up at night, stuff like that. I'm sure he's already working on it right now to this day, and I trust our coaches nipping that in the butt. So I'm just hoping that's what it is, and like I said, rookies, first few days, nerves, get all that out of there, get burnt, learn from it, and then let's come back and never get burnt again. But all right. Let's get into the most recent news. I mean, this isn't the most recent, but we've all seen this go down, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to make my prediction. The Lions, the NFL, have released their schedule. And here it is. What do you guys think about the schedule? I know that's a small graphic right there. You might need to squint. Maybe you have your own graphic. You know the schedule. But what do you guys think? I want to know your guys' records in the comments. I already saw Hatter's House say 17-0. Let's effing go. But I'll let you know what I think, and I'll go game by game. Um, this is gonna be my way too early prediction, and it's probably gonna be super biased. I'm not gonna lie. I'll do a more realistic one, but Hatter's House realistically 11-6. Braylon Dennis 14-3. I like it, or 13-4. First two games we can easily fall 0-2. Yeah, I see this. Okay, we're being optimistic. I'll go with it. I think we're gonna battle real hard the first game, but at Arrowhead, I think it's gonna be tough. We're gonna start out 0-1. Ah, it's so tough to say that. My God, I hate it. But I think we're gonna bounce back. First home game, we're 1-1. I think we go 2-1 with a win at home against the Falcons, even though Falcons are not to be slept on this year. Watch out for them. I think we go to the Packers and we beat them. That's 3-1. We're already getting biased here. All right, Carolina revenge game. We got them 4-1. Bucks got them 5-1. I think we drop one to the Ravens this year, so we're 5-2, and we get the Raiders at home 6-2. Then we got a bye. Chargers 7-2. This is I'm telling you, this is I'm just trying to have fun here. 8-2 against the Bears. 9-2 Packers. 9-3. 10-3. 11-3. 11-4. 11-5. 12-6. Okay. I didn't want to take that Cowboys one. I'll switch that out there somewhere else. But I think we're going to go 12-6. You know, maybe or not 12-6. We can't even go 12-6. My gosh. 12-5. Or, you know, maybe 11-6. So that's where I have us. 11-12 wins this year. Don't go off of those wins like per game right there. That was a disgrace of me trying to give you a prediction, an early prediction. I should come more prepared with that next time. I was just trying to wing it right there. But I do think that we have the team to win 11-12 games this year. 100%. Hopefully more. And you never know. It's the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. But I do hope and I do predict, I think that we have the team to win the North this year. We should go in there. A team that's sneaky scary to me still. A lot of people are saying, the Bears, watch out for the Bears. I'm not scared of the Bears yet. I think they're going to be better. I think they'll compete. I don't think that Justin Fields is a proven winner yet, so I'm not worried about that. All the Bears fans saying he's the best quarterback in the NFC North, they're crazy. At least he hasn't proven that to me yet. He can run. He's a really good running back, but he hasn't earned that title yet, or I don't even know if he ever will. Anyways, the team that I'm a little still nervous about is the Packers. They still got a decent defense. They got good running backs. Their wide receivers are getting better. They're maturing. They're not rookies, I guess, anymore. And who knows what Jordan Love's going to be like. Now, he didn't look good when he came in against us in the past, and I'm hoping that it stays that way. But there's, that's Favre handed it off to Rodgers. I'm hoping that it's a huge fall off and that the Packers just go down. That's just what I'm hoping for. But we can never count them out. Everybody's like, it's going to be easy 2 wins this year because they don't have Aaron Rodgers. I don't think so. It's a division win. I do think that we sweep them again this year. I'm saying that, but we just can't take them for granted. And, I think that they're not going to finish last in the NFC North this year. I'll say that. But and other than that, I hate Green Bay so much. I just want to stomp them into the ground. I hope that this is their fall off. And, yeah. So screw everything that I just said right there. I think that we win the North no matter what. And Green Bay, you can suck it. That's all I got to say. Yep. All right. Well, if you guys have any questions for me, please let me know. This was a little bit of a shorter episode today. It might be that way through the off season. But once we get the season rolling or some more news drops, they'll go a little bit longer. I'll stay here and talk with you guys if you guys want, if you got questions. Otherwise, I'm going to head out. But I appreciate everybody in here who's been in here with me today. I'm usually here every single Tuesday. Baseball season's over now. I was sick last week, so hopefully I don't get sick the rest of the summer, the rest of the year, for a few years, who knows. And I should be able to be here every single Tuesday, 5 p.m. Detroit time, 4 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. West Coast. Yeah, you know how it goes. Till next time, everybody. Peace.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions!